All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Otaku World Order second podcast. Today with us, we have Kaneki,
What's going on?
Steven,
What's up, everybody?
Kevin,
Thank you for not making me last.
Thanks. You know, Kevin, it's not like I was in here too, you piece of shit.
Oh my god. All right, you guys, chill.
What?
Before we start, I'd like to point out that our last video got 44 views on YouTube in just 2 days. So
At this point,
um,
make it more.
also, if you're an artist that makes like 3D art, draws, or whatever, you can send us it in the comments, or you can message me on Facebook or whatever. Facebook or YouTube or whatever, and we're gonna during the podcast we'll be showing people's arts and giving them shout outs in the comments during the podcast, so you guys
Or
can
whatever.
see that other than just our stream chat. So
Yes.
and other than that, I think we're good. Yeah. So
Yep.
hopefully you guys will stay for the whole podcast. This might be long, but other than that, we're gonna start our very first news segment.
It's got some good stuff in it, so pay attention.
Perfect.
The first one we have is 10 things people get wrong about anime. All right. Number one.
Well, this is gonna be a long list. Should be more than 10.
Not that bad. Number one is there isn't necessarily an undefined opinion of what anime is. Of course, when people use the word, they often mean something like animation from Japan, but arguably that's not all of what anime encompasses. What do you guys think about that, very fast?
That's true.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. 'Cause,
I
I
don't-
mean,
I just think anime is just pretty much anime from Japan. Other than like a few like American ones, like I do consider Avatar an anime because it's pretty anime-ish. But
Yeah, I mean, there's like American-made animes. I mean,
name one other than Avatar.
I don't honestly. To me, Avatar.
Teen
I mean,
Titans
it's good.
in a way.
There you
In a way,
go.
Teen Titans.
It's.
I mean,
it's
well-
not- I don't-
it kind of depends on like what people's definitions of anime is, because people that look at like stuff that's on like Cartoon Network and stuff, they see that as cartoons, not animes. So it kind of like, I don't think there's like a defined line between.
And there's a huge art style difference between cartoons and anime.
Oh yeah, that's a huge difference.
Like
That
anime
is themes. I think themes are a big one too. Like
There's
that's a
more
good
like
point.
cartoons,
like Japanese animes, darker animes, and stuff like that. Those I don't think could possibly fall into the cartoon category.
That's true.
Like Tokyo Ghoul.
I also think though when I think
Mm.
cartoon, I'm thinking like I don't know. I'm thinking more like kid orientated.
Mm.
Just like the word kind of sound. You know what I mean? Just when you hear cartoon, you're like, oh, like Tom and Jerry, or I don't know any new ones, but you know, like something more
Actually-
like kid friendly.
Actually, going back on whoever said, I think that was Kevin. I can't remember who said it about the Teen Titans thing. I mean, look at Teen
was me.
Titans, the original Kaneki. There you go. And going on about Teen Titans, like the one back in 2003,
Or
4. Yeah, that was more like action oriented than compared to the one that's like now, like Teen Titans Go or whatever.
I don't know, like
Yeah, that one's definitely kid orientated. That one, the Teen Titans Go, is definitely a cartoon.
Exactly.
I think I would still consider Teen Titans a cartoon.
Mhm.
True.
Agreed.
I don't know. I just feel like it is more. It's more orientated toward kids, I believe.
Mm.
It may have like a few more like older themes, like violence and stuff like that, but it's still, I don't know, in my mind, kind of orientated towards kids.
I feel
We
like it
need
might
to
have
tell
got
the
some
kids
anim-
of our future right now what violence is. Get them watching Tokyo Ghoul. Let's get them seeing blood and cut off
no,
limbs.
I would
Let's do
understand
this.
themes. Kids cannot understand some of the themes of Tokyo Ghoul, like the torturing and the pain and suffering they
But
go
that's
through and stuff
perfect.
like that.
What are you
I'm not
talking
gonna
about?
understand that.
Nobody under like 13 should be watching Tokyo Ghoul.
Like,
Everyone
They
should be
talk
watching
about,
it. I don't know
like,
what you're talking about.
the part where Toka is talking to that dude with the glasses girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes.
David, be careful about spoilers.
Well,
True.
it's like the fourth episode. But spoiler if you guys don't want to know. But it's not even a big plot point. But his girlfriend calls Toka beautiful because she has her wings out and everything, and she's like,
Oh, right.
she's never been called beautiful or anything like that before because she's a ghoul and she thinks she's a monster.
Well, his
Huh?
girlfriend ain't lying.
True, but I don't think kids will understand like how they feel, like to be like feel like a monster all the time and hated by everybody. So
Yeah, that one was definitely an older theme, more orientated toward like teenagers or young adults.
right. So second one is anime is not always high quality. Anime shows often take a lot of shortcuts so they can fill 30-minute episode formats while saving money. This is why things like transformation scenes and long opening songs exist. It's partially bad with early anime, which consider kind of terrible for anime fans. This one is a no duh point, but considering that For many people, their only knowledge of anime comes from things like Miyazaki films, which is not representative of all anime. As a side point, it's also fascinating to hear how anime pioneers tried to make anime work in the early days and the tension slash problems that came with Miyazaki films, or Miyazaki had some major beefs with cheap anime makers. So pretty much what this is pretty much saying is like anime takes a lot of shortcuts and like tries to fill everything into 30 minutes, like without having to do a lot of work. And I think that's true for some animes. Like if you watch some of the newer Tokyo Ghoul, some scenes look a lot better than other because they'll put more money into that episode than other ones and stuff like that.
Right.
But not all animes have long themes. Like I think again, Tokyo Ghoul Route A, that theme's only like a minute long. It's really
Yeah, that's true.
See, I have to point. Oh, I'm gonna throw that point because a lot of anime seems, or there's a lot of anime stereotypes, and not a lot of animes are very different from each other. They're not all the same thing, and that's
Right.
something
Like
that
same art styles.
true.
there's similar art styles, but like the whole plot to the story is similar. A lot of people, I guess, that I see that don't watch anime kind of stereotype it all the same.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right. The third one is the Western world has in fact influenced slash changed anime. They can put stipulations on format. They have episodes be self-contained rather than continue a storyline, and demands on how certain races can be depicted in the shows. One early anime, Keep of the White Lion, for example, had Americans pushing to get black people off the show, which, by the way, takes place in Africa. They settled on letting the show depict Africans, but only if they were good. Later, Disney purchased the Miyazaki films, also influenced how some anime was depicted. Princess Mononoke,
Mononoke.
there you go, for example, was sped up.
That was very good.
I don't know if West we like influence anime that much anymore. Like, because if you watch like some of the like bloodier animes, they had to blur it out just for us. So like I guess that kind of influences it, but it's more of like because like we're a bunch of pansies, they can't show like super bloody stuff. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
David, I do have to say too, because you said Kim with the White Lion, and I know that fairly well. That's from the 1960s.
Yes.
And anime's come a long way from that.
I heard that
So-
is actually really good though,
That's true.
Oh yeah, I know it's good. I know somebody that watches it.
and it is based. And Liking is based off that. If anyone didn't.
Yes, it is.
Know. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same plot. People say so.
Hmm.
Well, similar.
When you say it that way, it makes it seem like anime has influenced our culture more than ours has influenced theirs.
Pokemon has influenced a lot of things. Yu-Gi-Oh did. I do still think Yu-Gi-Oh is American. That's like a common thing. People think Yu-Gi-Oh is American.
No.
Well, there's a lot of morons in this country, so
What else?
I mean,
Dragon
well,
Ball Z, of course.
I mean, like if you just think about it, like have you ever seen like a video where people like they go to like, talk to people on the streets of New York? Like half people don't even know who the president is right now.
True. Or the vice president, which is shocking.
And I'm in New York, so.
Oh, there you go.
There you
Maybe
go.
we should have you like hit the streets one of these days and ask people some questions.
There we go. That is perfect.
That would be interesting.
Oh, about the Dragon Ball Z thing? Well, everybody know about Dragon Ball Z.
That is true. I've never met a person that does not know what Dragon Ball Z is.
Even
Like,
if they don't really know what it's about, they've heard the name.
Exactly.
Or Goku.
Yeah. You say Krillin. You mean the guy that dies a lot? Yes, that is Krillin. All right. Point 4, anime did not always sell itself on its Japanese identity because that makes it less marketable. Early anime was sold to audiences outside of Japan, but only if anything over truly trying the anime to Japan could be scrubbed out. So references were changed, names were changed, locations were changed, even if it meant the anime had to pretend ridiculous things. Crap, my phone turned off.
Nice.
There we go. Like having what is obviously Tokyo referred to as Paris. And remember donuts and Pokemon? It wasn't until Akira that anime could start selling its Japanese identity to the rest of the world.
That's interesting.
I didn't actually know a lot about that. So
I
No,
love
but-
that. I love
which,
that
I mean,
movie though.
It's slightly understandable because I wouldn't expect them to orient an entire all of anime towards one country.
I think that's one of the cool things about
Well-
anime is like the wonder of Japan and like
Yeah, I think
that.
I think nowadays, like that's completely what it is. Like most animes take place in Japan.
Mhm.
I think with that, like that article was really kind of referring to like back when anime was first starting out. It was like probably like around like the 60s, probably give or take, or way before that.
Astro Boy was I think like the 40s, 50s, somewhere on there.
Okay, so that even helps my point. But like back in like the 40s and stuff, a lot of things, if something wasn't made right, it'd be referred to as being made in like Japan because Japan wasn't really making anything that great at that time. So that it was kind of like a stigma that people like threw around at things that weren't considered like of good quality.
Right.
So I can see why they would definitely try to like switch up the names, dates, and places and all that type of thing, so that people would like immediately refer to it as like being bad.
I almost feel like it's they would, like you said, they named it like the Tokyo and they called it Paris, kind of like something where they're like everyone else in the world can relate to, so they give it more of a chance rather than just shun it away because of what it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you look at it like we have a giant convention just based on their works and stuff like that. It's kind of like a big turnaround.
Entire stores.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Point 5. This one's kind of interesting. Violence and sex weren't always a subject anime felt comfortable depicting. That changed with the advent of video, which could bring programs to a specific audience that wanted the content. Without having to worry about conforming the content to television standards, hilariously, some early erotic anime was imported by other countries accidentally before the world really knew what hentai was, and it sold out quickly. Not really shocking, hentai is famous right now, and most anime fans I read, like 90% of people that watch hentai do not watch anime at all. So.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing that probably sets me off more than anything is when people mix, otakus and hentai enthusiasts up.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Good use of the word there, Kevin. Good use of
But
words.
if you took like anime, oh, you watch like hentai? Like, no, just because I watch anime doesn't mean I like hentai. It's just
That also goes along with that like CNN report.
Oh, jeez, don't
that
trust
we all
anything.
know so well.
You will have like a full discussion.
Don't go back there.
Because that was like the most BS report I've ever heard in my life.
Agreed.
Yeah, we'll have a whole discussion based on that one.
There was actually
We could probably have a whole entire episode about that.
Please.
Once I find like really good stories about all that stuff, we will definitely have like a whole podcast just about like how bullshit media is. But no, other than that, yeah, it's kind of weird. Violence and like sex is not like the staple in anime. Like, if it doesn't have one of the two, it's probably not going to sell as much. But like back then, like it was weird and like awkward.
I think that kind of just fit with the times too, because none of that was really discussed.
Right.
Like anywhere, or at least in public, and definitely not on television, because like the broadcasting standards were a lot higher back in the day than they are now.
Right. All right. Next one. I might read these two together. Yeah, I'm gonna read these two together. They're both in the same vein. Once erotic anime and like hentai started floating around, it changed the public's perception of anime fans. According to some people, anime is just a thing for perverts. But that's not at all. Censored people started using anime as a way to be racist to Japanese people. People who purchase, this is point 7, people who purchase hentai or erotic anime are not always anime fans. In fact, they're often not, as I was saying. Anime fans are a small niche compared to the wider number of people who sometimes buy hentai. But anime fans are the ones that will take all the blame for the misconception.
See, and here's a point I have to bring up. I know I'm gonna get crap from David for even saying this, but
Here we go.
how you said anime is just for like perverts or whatever, or that's what it said at least.
Yeah.
A majority of anime I watch is actually like genre is romance. I don't know. I enjoy it. I just do, and that's not perverted. Just
I'm with you. What are you talking about?
oh, okay. I didn't know if you give me crap. Well, somebody will.
Well, who knows? We're always taking shots at each other when it comes to anime anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but that's just like one of my favorite
Pico.
categories. That's not perverted.
That is totally perverted. Sorry. That's my take.
Not all of them. I don't know what kind you watch, but
The
we'll
ones
argue
that
about this
David
later.
shows me in his living
I
room.
wanted to put a bad point on here.
Yeah, if you actually
Probably watches Eki.
romance anime, they are much better than like most romance stuff like on American TV. People blew up the Pokemon anime incident that made some kids feel ill thanks to certain flashing images. The number of people in this affected is probably lower than the media made it out to be.
Good old Porygon episode.
And all right, did we actually see that episode?
You can watch it on YouTube, I believe.
It's
It's only in Japanese, but yeah, you can watch it.
Really bad.
During that part, it slows down. Like they slow it like way down.
Yeah, I watched it live. I had to close my eyes. I couldn't watch it.
Dude,
Awesome.
remember the Pokemon opening in America?
The original?
When they referring to the incident we had in 2001?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm pretty
I
sure
do vaguely
Yeah.
remember something like that.
Yes,
But,
that was in the opening that they had to fucking redo because of that.
Yeah.
Judge Japan, with a, adds more controversy to the already controversial country that you guys have. But okay. All right, here we go. Next one. There is this perception that just because something is Japanese, it has that special power to manipulate or corrupt children, or that Japanese trends are poised to undermine Western nationality. Again, this might be racist at work. Racism.
That just sounds like some like conspiracy, like
See,
white neck, like redneck, like crazy talk.
That's the same point they make where they say video games make kids violent. It's not
Yeah.
the what you're watching. It's either a case of bad parenting or that person had something deficiently wrong with them and they need help.
Yeah, I agree.
They're just using the anime as an excuse.
Like, kind of like
Right.
something with the same vein.
It's like what I think it's called, like the Mothers Against like Violence or video games or something like that.
Oh, remember they tried to go against Adult Swim?
Did they really?
I think their
Yeah.
most recent thing they tried to cut off GTA 5.
Yes, that was it.
Oh, they also did that.
2 points in that. One, it's called Adult Swim, and the other one, what's GTA rated?
M for mature.
There you go.
But you
Again,
know
That's a parenting problem.
Oh,
did
did you know because of that Australia? I think they took down GTA 5.
Oh yeah, Australia completely took it down.
Which was
Yeah.
stupid. Not that bad of a game, to be honest.
Well, actually, I think in Australia, I think the rating system is different than ours. I think that I don't think they actually have like a mature rating.
Or the
I
mature
think-
very well severe than ours. Like, it's like generic games.
Yeah,
Like, ours used to be terrible. Like, Tony Hawk Pro Skater used to be rated T, so.
that game is sick.
All right, this is point 10, last one we have. Not every anime show or film is hugely popular. Many are very niche. This also means that not all anime is the same. There are a huge variety of anime shows, though only a few types get widespread attention. The result is that some anime shows sell for an incredible markup in Japan because companies know that only a very limited audience is going to buy it. And we obviously don't know that because I don't think any of us actually been to Japan to check this out, but I do realize like some like not very popular things go for a lot of money.
Hmm.
Like we were talking about the Persona 3 movie is I don't know how popular that was, but it's like $73 when you buy it on Blu-ray, which is ridiculous for
Wow.
Blu-ray.
Well, I think a really good recent representation of that would be Attack on Titan.
Yes, that
Actually,
Yes.
that actually brings up a good point. I want to know. I know David doesn't like Attack on Titan that well, but if we're talking about for popularity's sake, have you guys heard about the new live-action Attack on Titan movie coming out?
yes, I have.
Oh,
Okay. Do you know that they're changing it? That they give
Yes.
they're making 3 new original characters in the story.
Mhm.
There are only like 2. I think Aaron might be the only regular character in there. And guess
The
what they
army-
fight the Titans with? They don't fight the Titans with paring blades. They fight them with RPGs now.
What?
What?
In the movie?
In the movie, they have
Whoa.
RPGs. I
I'm
promise. you.
done.
What?
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no.
watching.
They fucked up. They fucked up. That's it. That's it.
Wait, what?
That's it.
People's biggest complaint was that Armin
Yeah.
wasn't
That was my biggest complaint. Why not Armin? Armin was like the main 3 out of the Aaron and Mikasa and all that.
Yeah, Aaron, Mikasa, and Armin were the main 3 characters.
Armin
That was their biggest mistake, not having Armin.
No, he's in there. He's just not blonde. He's like brown or black hair.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
They couldn't use a wig or hair dye. He's black and brown hair. I forgot what
Jeez.
I'm like, really? Like
And at least he didn't have green hair.
They
Like
probably
Japan-
just threw it to an American like director and were like, here, you guys can go for it.
Japan, but they
They
need
probably
to
gave
fix
it to
it.
Michael Bay. That's why there's so many RPGs.
Michael Bay.
That's
Yeah.
why there's RPGs.
That would
like
explain it.
these-
Michael Bay would have made it worse.
Michael Bay was influenced on Attack on Titan. He helped them make that.
Oh, speaking of live actions, did we ever had an opinion on the Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell, what?
Yeah, they're doing a Ghost in the Shell live action movie in America.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I'm ready then.
Huh.
That's interesting. Well, they're also having a Naruto play going on.
What?
Yeah. It's all about the first part of Naruto, and the characters actually look like the characters from Naruto. It's weird.
Really?
What?
Yeah, they look. I'll like after the show, I'll link it into the description and stuff. I'll show you
Uh-huh.
guys.
Yo.
Like, they look a lot like the characters from Naruto. It's pretty cool.
That actually sounds pretty neat.
If that's the case, then I want to join.
People said it. People like are saying it could be actually kind of good.
Huh.
Because they have like plays or have good special effects and stuff like that. So it would be
Yeah,
too
that sounds interesting.
because like Naruto doesn't even use Rasengan for like the end of the freaking anime anyway. So
Right.
Rasengan.
all right, speaking of Attack on Titan 2, Attack on Titan themed escape game planned for the U.S. Kaneki, this is for you because this is in New York.
What? Wait,
It's
what-
in New
what?
York, son.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Wait,
Oh boy.
Just
say
listen.
that again. I didn't hear.
Anime news: Attack on Titan theme escape game planned for the U.S. Mass participation escape games based on the Attack on Titan manga and anime series have been scheduled for 3 USA cities from February to April. Titled "Escape from the Walled City," the immersive interactive game will be held February 1st at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Yep, there's one in New York. I'll get to it in a second. Before moving on to the Wingstard Stadium in Los Angeles, March 21st, and the third one planned for New York, but the specific date has not been disclosed.
Oh, before we move off of the or before we get too far away from the live actions, I do have to ask something. Have any of you either or even heard of or seen the Black Butler live action?
No, I know there's
Ooh.
Black Butler
no.
live action?
I need to
Don't
actually
watch
get
it.
into that.
Don't watch it.
Well, how they fucked up? How they fucked it up?
CL's a girl in that movie.
Isn't that like a ship? Or some sort of like fan fiction that people are definitely
I know I watched the show, so I know it's an episode, but the whole movie, like the premise is he's a girl completely.
Well, I mean, he dresses up as a girl in an episode.
Yeah, in that episode, but the whole thing he's a female. I don't even think they use Alois Trancy in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's cool, actually.
Oh,
A lot of people don't like him.
That's a topic for another time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
want to go.
Anyways, David, go ahead. Sorry for that.
$33 in advance or $30 at the door to do it. And it's
What, just to play the game?
yeah, play the game.
All right.
They don't have much, but it's focused on young people who battle. Oh, that's actually the theme of the anime. I thought they were talking about the actual game, but I think that's what you're doing. But you have to explain the theme of Attack on Titan to U.S. people that like ate that shit up for breakfast. But okay. Next, Attack on Titan news, even kind of the same. Once this loads, all right, here we go. Capcom is making a Attack on Titan arcade game.
Let's go.
The Japanese Amusement Expo 2015 is currently underway in Japan, showcasing plenty of big announcements, games, and amusements in the works at various companies. Capcom has already busted out one of the biggest reveals with the announcement that they're developing an Attack on Titan game for arcades. Based on the hit by the guy who made Attack on Titan, which was later adapted into the anime series, as well as various games, including a Nintendo 3DS game by Spike Chunsoft. There's not too much more known about the Attack on Titan King game. More details will be revealed this summer. And there's a trailer, but it doesn't show anything about the game. It just says Capcom and Attack on Titan at the bottom. But yeah, that's going to be a thing.
Huh. Is that gonna be like a side scroller or?
It's be a fighting game or some sort. I don't know. Because Capcom normally makes like fighting games, so beat 'em up.
Yeah, it
Right,
could
so-
be.
So, are you like a single character playing against like Titans? Or are you playing against other
Or,
characters?
or what's surprising is they can try to make it like a 3DS game, but like more better graphics, like PS4 graphics wise.
You know what they could do? Have like 4 people, like have 5 like controllers, right? 4
Yeah.
Mhm.
is like a unit, and one plays as a Titan.
Mm.
Kind of like Evolve.
Yeah, pretty much. But like one can be like
They're called shifters, but
That'll be interesting.
well, like see, I feel like if there's an Attack on Titan game, it needs to have multiplayer capabilities so players can act as like a squad together.
I think the 3DS
Agreed.
have multiplayer.
I've only like looked at gameplay, and the reviews aren't very good of it. But people only bought it because it's
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, probably.
But
Any white girl with a DS was like, I need to get this.
I heard the 3DS. I heard the 3DS is releasing another version of Attack on Titan
there's supposed to be more.
for the 3DS.
It's
The
predicted
new one.
the Japanese one will come to America soon.
Yeah.
It's coming out this month.
Is this one of those ones?
What?
I think it's already. I think it was just released today or yesterday, actually.
It would have been news about it. It's Attack on Titan again.
No, not the
What,
game.
in
I'm
the-
talking about the DS.
Oh, the new 3DS.
Oh, yeah, that's coming
Yeah.
up this month. That's coming up this month. Yeah.
They already came out, so.
So now we're gonna move on to segment. We're gonna be talking about a Naruto MMO game coming out. It's called Shinobi Life Online. Pretty much what the game is, you create your ninja, and you can pick one of like 10 villages. I'm not gonna go through them all. Just, you can like, if you want to know more about it, there's a forums. I'll link it. But you pick your village, and you start off with one nature as signature to the village. Like Hidden Village of the Snow is one of the village. You can pick between water or wind. Say you pick wind, you have a small percent chance, like you have an equal percent chance for every single remaining element type to have that chance. So say I think it's like, I forgot what percent it is, but it's like you might get the second one, and if you get the second one, you have a smaller percent chance to get the hitting get kicking guy like ice type, lava type, steam type, and stuff like that.
That's pretty cool.
The mechanics work just like Naruto. Each one of the keys on the keyboard uses a hand seal, like tiger or bear or whatever, and you have to actually enter it in the correct order to actually use the jutsu.
Is this legitimately going to be a thing?
Yes, it's legitimate.
I will have no life because this is all I will do.
There's gonna be permadeath in the game, but I'll get to more about that later. It's kind of like in like way pre-alpha. It's in like 1.0.6, so they're working on it. And after about I think like this month, he gets out of like exams and stuff. The main guy's name's Reg, and after that he'll probably do a lot more updates. But I will read off the newest updates, which came out in November, and I'll read this off, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the game. Updates of November before today: command system, new fighting arena, weather system, upgrade to the command system, upgrade to the weather system, bloody rain, advanced synchronization, advanced latency handling, various bug fixes, optional player for the server, detection of lag attacks, name change from Naruto to Shinobi Life Online. It used to be called Naruto, but now it's Shinobi Life, and new website and form design. They fixed snow and stuff like that, but obviously I played the game, wouldn't know about it, but all right, here we go. New plans for SLL. SLL. Let's see here. He pretty much talked about his reasoning for this, but pretty much as opposed to free accounts where you can have only one character per account, and that character can only exist in the world it was created in. Premium accounts can have multiple characters per account, and these characters are free to play within any of the worlds. This means that if you create a character using a free account in a normal server, you can only play on a normal server with that character. Upgrading to premium account will allow you to play with that character in any of the servers. There are 3 servers right now. They have realistic servers with permanent death, normal servers without permanent death, and role-playing servers without permanent death and forced role-playing. If you also get the premium account, bigger bank storage, higher chance of getting special powers, owning houses, and more has yet to be planned. They said it would cost between 10 to 16 euros, so I think that translates to close to like $20, something like that. I'm not exactly done translation.
Yeah, it'd probably be about 25 bucks.
So it's not too bad. And he did say plans for December and January. He won't be able to work because he has an exam because he's a college student, so he won't be able to do all that. But the game is great. I've been a part of the community for about 1.5 to 2 years, and everybody's pretty cool there. He's pretty good guy. I talk to him on Skype from time to time, so it's pretty fun. If you want to check more about it, I recommend you go onto the forums. I'll definitely link it below. They do update it regularly, and they're getting new people. So if you actually do want to be part and you do like programming, animation, or anything like that, you can submit an application, try to be with them and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun playing their games and stuff like that. Right now they have, if you play the demo version, they have Amaterasu, Godfire, I think it's called, or Godflame, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu, Chidori, and they probably have one more that I'm not remembering. And it's pretty cool. They are adding tail beasts. They're called chakra beasts, different things. And they're going to add pretty much like real life. So like say if you kill somebody and you hide the body, you won't be able to see them if you're just like going around and stuff like that. And if you want, you can be a rogue ninja. You can make like clans like the Akatsuki if you want to. You can wear masks. You can customize your clothes. You can wear like pin. You can wear like your own organization and stuff like that on your clothes. There's a lot you can do in this game.
David, for kind of semi-pointless information, I just converted euros to dollars, and 16 euros is about 18.22.
Okay, so that's how much it's going to cost for the premium account.
So a little under $20.
Okay, so that's how much it costs for the premium account. They are, I believe, adding it to Kickstart too once he gets done with the newest patch I think coming out. I don't remember exactly what it said, but I think they do plan on releasing a Kickstart. I'm not 100% sure.
That's pretty cool. Kickstart's good.
Yeah, it is. It's, good. As long as they don't like actually go through with it. I will talk a little bit more about the game. Something they did talk about is these games will take a long time to actually become good at the game. So like you actually have to work at it like actual ninjas in Naruto. Um, like they said, like if you want to master two jutsus, they said it'll probably take a year to master each one if you play like a lot. So that's kind of cool. I've already kind of like you see there's forms of create your own ninja. There's already plans and organizations starting right now that people are joining and talk about what their goals are and stuff. It's
That's
not
pretty cool.
too popular right now. I don't know how many users are like have logged in, but it's pretty active most of the time. There's a lot to talk. There's a lot of things that they talk about and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna put this in the forums too, so they can come and hear about their own game and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. There is a demo out right now. You can just click on it when you go on there and play it if you want to test it out. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
What kind of David? Have you played it yet or no?
Yes, I have.
All right. What kind of like for the games out there right now? Like, what game would you kind of like the like mechanics? Yeah. Like, what would you say it's like close to?
I don't exactly know. It.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, compare it. I'm not exactly sure because it is Naruto.
Well, I mean, like, just how like the game like handles itself, like the kind of like controls. Like, are we talking like World of Warcraft? Or are we talking more like a Elder Scrolls Online?
I haven't played Elder Scrolls Online, but I kind of compare it to like your normal RPG, where you walk around and you can jump and you have free reign to walk wherever you want, jump out if you want, stuff like that. But I think that's different than like I think games are now is the whole hand seal thing and stuff you have to do.
Right.
So maybe closer to a Skyrim right now, that's how I could see it.
Okay.
Because you have like say like with Skyrim you have your spells, like you can use each different ones.
Right.
And you have to aim it the same way. So it's pretty I was close to Skyrim.
Okay, so like a Skyrim, but with multiplayer.
Yeah, Naruto. It's gonna be like.
But Naruto.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. I think it could be like the best Naruto MMO that we'll ever have because
it sounds like it already, and I haven't even played it.
The one was terrible.
Yeah, what sounds good too is that it's run by you said a college student.
Yes, he's really cool. I'm talking.
Yeah, well, that's cool too. Just because like younger people normally are more open to different ideas than say like an older person who's already has like a company or something.
Right.
Normally they're like, no, we're doing it this way. We've done it this way before and we got good success, but this is kind of like a fresh start. Get some brand new ideas.
Well, he does take suggestions in his forums. If he likes your suggestion, he will accept it and add it to a list of stuff. So
that's pretty cool.
So he does pretty open everything.
Yeah, I think I just saw on there the other day that they just got a brand new animator.
Yes.
He said he's like the best one that they've ever had.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And they're going to introduce him on their next live stream. That is in the forums too. If you want to watch their live streams and watch them, I think they talk about how they're going to show you guys behind the scenes stuff and things like that. So it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Let's see. Are they doing anything kind of I know some for Kickstarters a lot of time if you donate a certain amount, you may get something in game,
right?
Or get your name even in the credits for contributions or anything. Were they planning on doing anything like that?
I'm not sure. I think I do remember if you were a donator before the game actually comes out, they might reward you with your own special equipment and stuff like that shows up that you were a donator. But that you take up with them because I don't want to say things.
Right.
So I'm not quite sure, but I think they probably will for Kickstarter.
Okay, so that'll be on their Kickstarter.
Yeah.
If they decide to do something like this.
Decide in the Kickstarter they will.
Right, not putting words in their mouth or anything like that.
True. I was trying to find all the villages, but I can't seem to find it right now. But
are the villages that they have now or planning to make? Are they villages that are in the anime?
No,
or are they're their own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're all custom. Okay.
Yeah, they all they're pretty. They make sense. They'll have say there's a village of lava. They're kicking will be lava style, me uses and stuff.
Oh, like Kekkei Genkai kind of style villages.
Their own one.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
There's sand control. There's magnet. I want sand. I love sand. So magnet.
Yeah, we all know that.
There's ice style, which is probably one of the cool, the rare styles in Naruto. I think only one person uses it, so I think there was boil release and things like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is pretty neat.
I definitely recommend if you're a Naruto fan or just anime fan in general, check it out. Usually just MMOs, I say check it out.
I'm gonna check it out after this podcast.
I know, me too.
I'm on there I used to be on there 24/7 talking to it. Everybody's really cool there.
I think in first hour last year you were always on it, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was on the forums, and I showed it off to Christian and I don't remember his name, but they seem to enjoy it too. It was pretty.
Yeah, we'll eventually get Christian on here. I think he's sick today, but.
Oh yeah. But you play as Kakashi in the demo they have right now, so it's pretty cool. And
Everyone loves Kakashi.
exactly.
Like, can you play the full game though?
There is no full game. They're still making it.
But the demo is up.
Yeah, that's like what they have right now. It's pretty good for like what they have. Just for like kind of only been working on it for a few years.
Right.
Having like a lot to do. Like they're just working on volunteer people and stuff like that. They're not like paying them, so it's pretty hard to find people.
Right.
Because if you're a volunteer, like you actually just have to give your time to them for free, and it's kind of hard to find people that want to do that.
Yeah, especially when people are like in school or just greedy.
Exactly. But yeah, so I recommend checking out. Yeah, if anything, you're kind of fan of anime, MMOs like that. But our next one is in a correlation with Valentine's Day. Who is your guys' waifu and why?
I'm gonna go last on this one.
All right, Gary, you want to start?
Me? Oh, why me? No.
We're throwing you under the bus.
No.
You're not talking much.
Oh, because I have no clue. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of like animes and stuff like that, so it's kind of hard for me to like pinpoint like an exactly one. Huh?
Well, hold on. I have two.
You have two?
And yeah, I have two. It's
What are
either
you creating a harem?
Oh wow. Yeah, okay. First off, is Toka because I think she's beautiful
Oh, that.
in a way.
Ooh,
And
sounds
if
like
not,
Garrett has fire there.
No,
and
no.
What were
if
you
not,
saying,
it has to
Garrett?
be.
Nah.
If not, it has to
I
be
mean, I wouldn't have a
Hinata.
problem with her.
Who's your other one, Kevin?
Wait, what? Oh,
Second one?
Hinata.
And oh my God, Hinata.
Yes.
That was amazing. Which one you like more, the Naruto the Last Hinata or Part 2 Hinata?
Or part 1 Hinata.
No, Part 1's
Part
like 12.
2.
All right, chill.
Part 2.
Part 2, yeah, I do like. She's great.
It's almost a little awkward if you say part 1 because she's kind of a
I
little girl.
that's the only reason why I said it was to create that awkward vibe.
But the thing
See
is,
how everyone
Part
reacted.
2, they were like 13. They're like, what? They're 13? Like when you're a kid, you don't see them as 13.
They don't look like that at all. They look.
Well, now if you rewatch Part 1, they look like 12. Like
Mm,
Naruto and all that, they look 12.
Yeah, they
But when
do.
you first watch it, they don't look like it.
And they're all like massacring people at 12.
Exactly, I could get it.
Take down a swordsman of the mist. You know.
Those were good episodes.
they were
7 to
good
21.
episodes.
Kevin,
What?
your turn.
It's for me. It's easily Asuna.
Asuna, oh, not bad, not bad. She's very popular right now, so I could see Asuna. She's pretty cool, kind of badass from the Sword Art Online series.
She's
Except
just
when, well, that's always debatable. Well, she is until she gets a house with Kirito and then becomes like super housewife.
Super
Doesn't do anything.
1.0.
I don't know.
Get that.
The episode with the lungfish is
Oh my gosh.
she still has it.
Yeah, that was like what 10 episodes after that. She was like, "I'm gonna fight this giant fish."
Yeah,
But still, yeah, she has a really good personality. Plus, she's super kawaii. So
great. Now we're the weeaboos. Good job.
Wait, what?
Japanese word of the podcast.
Steven, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm really glad that I thought about this beforehand because you guys have been bugging me like all week about this.
Right.
I'm still not 100% sure, but for this podcast at least, I'm gonna go with Esdeath
Who?
from Akame ga Kill.
Has that? I don't remember. I'm so lost. Who does she look like? Who you say? I
Oh
probably
gosh.
Who you say? I probably remember.
Well,
Okay.
you did say he didn't finish the anime.
Well, that is true, but he's far enough in. The leader of the Jaegers.
Oh, the ice girl.
Yep, she can control ice.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't remember her name. Because you said like anybody else, I would know you off right off the bat. But
That's a good point.
stupid girl with her dog. I fucking hate her so. I'm sorry, I hate her so. She killed my favorite fucking character.
Well, it's cool though because she has like her imperial arm is actually demon's blood.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh.
And everyone beside her, it like made them go insane and like kill themselves. But she was strong enough where she didn't have to. She can also control ice.
Wait, who's like everyone saying the? Oh yeah, the demon body. Yeah, okay.
Right.
That's pretty cool. I thought it was interesting. Imperial arms.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess I can go. Mine is like known far and wide between all my friends. It's Yuribei Makito. I absolutely love her. My computer is filled with like all like my background, everything's her, and my phone's her. So she's my waifu for now. She's from My Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Oh no.
It's a weird anime.
Apparently that's your favorite anime, huh?
It's top five. It's top five.
Alright.
If you get grossed out easily by like the little things, I wouldn't recommend watching it.
Couldn't get past the first episode.
Yeah, if you can't handle saliva and stuff, I wouldn't recommend watching it. I won't spoil it for anybody who does watch it. It's really good once you get past that. It's pretty.
I know what I'm watching next.
It's pretty the manga's amazing. The manga's hilarious.
The fetish is real.
And my second waifu I have to say is Mishiro Shina from the Pet Girl Sakurasu. She's like this like distant girl. She's a famous artist from I don't remember where she's from. I think she's from like Paris or
You're talking
something.
about Mashiro?
Who?
Or what show were you talking about?
The Pet Girl Sakurasu.
Yeah. What character?
Mishiro.
Yeah, Mashiro. Oh, I say Mashiro, but yeah, I know. Who you're
It's
talking
saying close enough, but
about. That was such a good anime.
it was. But she's like really distant and like she needs help with like everyday activities because when she was like the famous artist, she never had to do anything herself. People just do it for her because she's rich as hell.
David,
And she
this
decides
makes
to
me.
go to this school for the gifted, and the guy named what's his name Sorata has to take care of her, and so that's pretty good. But she's adorable. It's kind of awesome.
Okay, David, this makes me have to ask you the question.
What's up?
Will you take Mashiro duty?
Hell no, fuck that shit.
Oh.
I'm not freaking folding her and washing her underwear and bullshit. Fuck all that. I got time for that. Calm down.
Come on, David, you could be like the perfect housewife.
Yes.
Oh my god.
He already
Uh,
is for me. He just won't admit it.
The next one, stop. The next one is gonna what's up. It's gonna be a little like backstories about us, I guess. Is how we first got into anime.
Oh,
Whoever wants to start can go ahead.
oh.
Who's first?
Whoever wants to go. So.
All right. Well, I got into anime by two shows: Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho.
What's the other one?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay.
Even though my brother's used to be a huge fan of it.
Mhm. That's not bad. All right. Okay, Steven, how did you get into anime?
Let's see. When I was younger, like I started watching anime. I think it was like I watched the first season of like One Piece, watched a little bit of Naruto, like an episode here and there.
Right.
I watched like Pokemon, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like the basic old ones that I think everyone pretty much watched a little bit of.
Right.
But then I didn't watch anything until senior year
Mm-hmm.
of high school when I walked into class and you and Kevin were sitting there and they're like, and what was it for like the first month you guys just talked about like anime nonstop and kept
Oh,
bugging me
totally.
every week and every
Oh.
day. So I was like, fine, I'll watch. I think I watched Death Note
Mm-hmm.
was one of the first ones, and after I watched Death Note, I'm like, all right, I'll start watching more. I watched Sword Art, and then it was all over after Sword Art
Yeah.
because I
Now you
started
have, like,
watching
3
everything.
pages of-
That'll be our next topic.
Now I have like 3 pages of anime I watch.
Exactly. So, girl, how about you?
Is there someone else before me? Did everyone else go? Because I've
Yeah,
Exactly.
mine's a pretty long story, so
We'll get yours out of the first. It'll be easier.
I'll get there. Okay. So I had this job.
It's gonna be a tearjerker.
It
guys, watch
is.
out.
It is.
Well, let me get some tissues. Before
You
we start.
should.
I might be. I'm
So-
gonna try it out.
So I had this job, and working at a local retailer, and I used to
Nice.
push carts. And
Nice.
one day I end up getting a talk with my manager saying, "Hey, we have a new guy here," whatever. And I'm like, "Who's the new guy?" And I see this black guy walking around in this orange vest, and I was like, "This guy looks really weird. I don't know if I want to talk to this guy. I don't know.
Same.
I don't know if I can do it." And then I ended up talking to the guy, and he said to me, "You have a break." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I left. And then I went back and I talked to him again, and he wanted to play Pokemon and was talking about that. And ever since, he has been my secret lover that no one knows about. His name will be hidden.
I knew it,
His name will be hidden. But
David.
he ended up he ended up getting me into animes, and the first one he had me watch was this anime called Another, and like I said, that's one of my favorite animes. And I know, like me only watching 2 full seasons of animes, I know I do have a lot more to go on and a lot more to watch, but because of this amazing person showing me this anime and stuff, that's kind of how I got into animes.
All right. Kevin, you can go
Good
ahead.
story.
Thank you. I heard the
say,
applause. It was wonderful.
like years ago I watched Naruto here and there, and just I don't know of late high school, like junior senior year. I don't know. I was kind of, I guess, a little distant from everybody else. From everybody, I didn't really fit with any really group. But so I'm like, I used to watch it, so I retried Naruto, and I watched. So now I'm to the point in sickness where I watch about a season a day. Not
Nice.
joking.
All right.
So
Guess I'll go. Mine's all right. A little depressing. All right.
Oh,
I
no.
I started watching anime at around. I'm just kidding. It's fine. And at around like I watched the Pokemon, the Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, like
The
everybody.
Pokemon.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, and
go the Pikachu.
but I kind of stopped around like fifth grade, because after like all those anime came out, anime was kind of like the weird show. But I watched Naruto up until like middle of part one, past the tuning exams and stuff. But I didn't start watching until I was in summer school, like between 11th and 12th grade. And like I felt like I had like no friends and shit, so like I didn't have anything to do. So I would just like sit in my in the living room, do nothing. So I was like, all right, I gotta find something to do. So I was on the app on my PS3 App Store, and I found Crackle. Right, like I don't know what this is, but it's free and they have free TV. So I clicked on it, downloaded it, went on there, and there was like the section called anime. I'm like, all right, whatever. Clicked on it, looked through everything, like nothing looks good. Left, right, went on a stream. Kaneki knows who I'm talking about. We don't like this person anymore, but he was playing Naruto.
These buttons, dude. Does he's pressing?
He was playing Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, and like I watched his whole entire stream playthrough and everything because I still love Naruto at that point. So all right, I should watch some anime again. So I went back and I watched My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute. That was really big, like cult, like classic crap. Watched that. Like, all right, this is pretty great. Then I watched Big Wind Up, which is anime about baseball. And then after that, I got Hulu and I just watched anime nonstop. And I was addicted to it that whole summer.
I think the second you download Hulu or start going on to Hulu, you realize that anything you planned on doing in the future is now being replaced by anime.
I watched Kevin. I watched about a whole series a day. Like the Pet Girl Sakurasu was 24 episodes long. I started it at around 8 p.m. and I watched it all night long. Did not stop one time.
See, David, did that show hit you emotionally?
First anime that made me cry.
Clearly, you have not
me
watched
too.
Angel
Me
Beats.
too. Dude, me too. I call that the anime that can fill buckets.
Dude, the graduation scene. Oh god.
What is that? What is it called?
The Pet
Pet Girl of Sakura Sao. I say Sakura Sao.
Oh, is it that? I don't know what's for the last school.
Yeah.
They never actually say the name of like.
No, they never say it, so I just pronounce it how I choose.
Well, I mean, you guys have brought that one up what a couple times now. What exactly is that one like about? Like,
David was talking about it earlier actually with when he was talking about Mashiro.
Mhm.
It's just it's a school for like the gifted or just like different arts,
Yeah.
and
okay.
it's just this guy, the main character, he like takes in cats or whatever.
Oh.
But
It's such a really funny part.
But yeah, it's really funny. But he gets sent out of the regular dorms and gets sent to this dorm for like the weirdos called Sakura Sao, and it's just basically his struggle, or not struggle, but his adventures kind of through that.
Yeah, there's two girls
Okay.
that he like has to choose between, and you don't find out which one he picks until episode 23 or episode 24.
And there's only 24 episodes.
Yeah, you don't find out to the very last episode of who he picks. Not
Oh
gonna-
wow.
Feels.
And that's when it hit you.
No, the hit you is the graduation. That is episode 22.
Oh my gosh, with
You know-
Misaki,
you know they're
Misaki's
graduating?
speech.
Because there's two people. There's three seniors, right? There's 2 or 3 seniors.
Two.
Mhm.
Misaki and Jin.
So you know they're graduating, but when you get to the graduation, she makes a speech and it just makes you cry because it makes you like
Okay.
relive like all like your memories of high school and like
Yeah.
you're
No,
gonna
that kind of makes me think of Angel Beats. Like, I know that David, you haven't watched it. Has anyone else watched it?
No, I have not.
Ish.
Okay.
David, there's a
Well-
scene from that show I want to talk to you about later. I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay,
But
that's the podcast.
with Angel Beats, you start watching it, and the first, I forgot how many episodes it is. I think it's like 12.
13.
It is 13.
Yeah, look, I scrolled.
Alright. Well, the first, I want to say like 8.
Mhm.
They're all kind of based around, probably around 8, somewhere around there. But it's all like fun times, having fun. And then all of a sudden, it takes this turn in the anime, right?
Mhm.
And after that turn, like your heart slowly starts like breaking apart.
Mhm.
And then at the final episode, you get like a drop kick, like super falcon punch into your ball sack, and you just want to cry for like 3 days.
I don't remember.
It's so sad.
One of the saddest animes I think ever made was Clannad. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's kind of old. So
I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
if you never want to watch, if you want to watch Clannad, do not listen.
Oh, Clan Ed, yo,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
have that
saw it.
started.
I saw it.
skip past this part right quick. Like I was got to midway through, right, and someone spoiled it to me that one.
Taking off the headset, then don't want to spoil it.
Shut up, Steven.
Don't want to
Anyways,
spoil.
So I read some spoilers that someone dies and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, forget it. I just want to what happens. So I went to like the saddest parts and stuff like that, and you find out like the girl dies. Never cried like that before. Like I like broke down. Like, oh god, this is like the most depressing thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, that's cool.
Jeez, just wants to just end you.
Like they're like on a Ferris wheel, and he's talking about like were they married, Kaneki, or no?
Huh?
Were they married before she died, or they were just dating?
Yeah.
They were married.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's talking about his wife, and she like asks about like her mom, and like she asks like where is she or something like that, and he goes mom is, and he starts crying all over the place. I'm like, all right, cool. Not get out of bed just today.
Bucket of
It's-
ice cream.
Dude, what pisses me off and a lot of people who watch that anime was like how they fucking ended it. I'm like, so you put all this sadness for nothing. For nothing.
Well, there
I
was
was
an
pissed
episode-
off, dude.
I think we just got on like the longest rabbit trail like ever.
Yeah.
I don't
We
remember
just
what we were
ended it
originally
with
talking
David,
about.
I do have to say a
Cliche.
point though, because of something you said that brings us back to a point from earlier too.
Mhm.
That anime isn't all about perversion, because I don't know if Sabuda, Kaneki, or Garrett have any souls. No ginger joke intended.
Not even
uh,
fucking ginger.
but anyways, like these animes, we've gotten so attached to these characters that they've actually made
Right.
us cry. That's nothing perverted. That's actually
Episodes or chapter 700, Naruto.
Oh,
Oh,
that was like a hard day for me to know that Naruto was finally over.
I was at work while I was reading that, and I had to take a moment for myself.
Like it's not like that. Like anything sad happened. Just that it's like it's finally over. Like we've been through it for like what 12 years now. Was it 12, 13, some of that?
And I went through all of it from the beginning of senior year through all of senior year into the summer. What was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was summer. Yeah, because
The
it ended.
funniest part from chapter 700 is there was actually a petition to remove Naruto from the USA
Yep,
just because Narusaku didn't happen.
yep. That
Oh,
was.
dude, people, whatever. That's the worst ship ever,
But
anyway.
it is though. That's not the whole point of Naruto. That was just for like fans and stuff. The whole point is just the journey and like all the characters. Like even the characters you hate, you get attached to, like Maru and stuff like that.
like Shikamaru. No, I'm kidding. Shikamaru was awesome.
Like everybody pretty much, if you watch Naruto and you're a big fan, you have your favorite character, and that character is like your life. You know what I mean? Everything you want, everything about that character. When he's on, you're hype as hell. Especially if they're like side characters like Dara, Shikamaru. You get excited when you see them. And you know, like their story's finally over. It's like leaves you empty inside. Like,
See,
you never-
that was one of the
Right.
scenes from there that really upset me was Jiraiya, because he was my
Oh
favorite. character.
my gosh.
The feel. I have to
Spoilers.
Spoilers
I didn't
everywhere.
say what happened to him. I
Well,
just said
that's-
Jiraiya.
what happened?
Actually,
really right. That's actually not.
What pisses me off in the Naruto series was the fucking fourth Great Ninja War. Arguably, like it's not bad, but it's a fucking terrible arc. Like
I
it's
like
not
the
even
war
like
arc.
painful.
The
Um,
war
Yeah,
was
remember-
really
remember the scene where Tsunade sees Jiraiya after he dies, and she's like crying and say, "Don't leave me" or something like that.
Oh my
She kind of
gosh.
goes
That is sad.
that she was
Make me relive feels.
See, you were yelling at me for spoilers for just saying Jiraiya, but listen to David.
Yeah.
who
Very true.
doesn't know about Jiraiya? Like think about it. It's like memes and stuff everywhere about it. Like if,
Okay.
like if
Well,
you
still,
go,
you never know.
But like, and then she pretty much reveals that she's like in love with him and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, way to hit the feels, Naruto. Way to hit.
And then on top of that, every time you watch the episode, you have Shippuden intro 6, which is my favorite, but is the most saddest intro song.
Which one is that? Is that Sign?
It's
Yes.
Sign, yeah,
I love
Sign.
that
Yeah,
Slow.
Sign. I have that on my phone.
I do too. It's my ringtone, actually.
Is it really? I'm so proud of
Yeah.
you.
I'm very proud of myself as well. But
It's freaking
every time,
awesome.
if I have my volume on and it goes off, man, I have to take a minute.
I know.
Arc
Can't
was
answer
my
the
favorite.
phone when I'm about choking down tears.
See, I actually got hooked on that song because I saw an AMV of
Yeah.
tribute to Jiraiya on that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're
That
so
arc
off
was
topic.
fucking good.
Let's
We
let's
are.
get back on topic.
Yeah.
The next one, by the way, my favorite is Distance. Just throwing that out there.
Oh,
But the next,
Distance.
yeah, I'll look it up. It's like it's all about Naruto Sasuke. But the next one is this is gonna be kind of a weird topic. It's gonna be Sword Art Online versus Attack on Titan.
Oh
My
boy,
department.
waiting all night
Well,
for
it depends.
this.
Depends what you mean by Sword Art Online versus Attack on Titan.
I'll explain. Hold on. You might be wondering why we compare those two. These two animes are kind of like these staples. They were really big when they came out. They're kind of like the staples of like the anime, like the anime wave that happened. Like everybody was really into anime and stuff. Attack on Titan was vastly more popular than the storyline, but the storyline was popular in its own right. And they're kind of got a lot of new people in anime, so we thought we'd compare them. And if you've never watched anime, we'd recommend which one you want to start with because they are good for starting out on anime.
Yeah, they're definitely in the anime starter pack.
They're not. They don't have like deep storylines. They're no like.
Oh, that's debatable.
No way, dude. Okay, David. I have to say this. You know, David. Other David. I'm not gonna say his last name on you
Okay.
just for the sake of it. But me and my cousin had David watch the first episode of Attack on Titan.
Mhm.
He cried his eyes out. Never watched another episode.
David?
Yes.
Really? You watched
Yes.
Attack on Titan and cried?
Wait,
Yes.
are we-
First episode.
Hey, listen,
Oh, jeez.
Blank's mom dying. Hello.
that wasn't
Oh, yeah.
sad.
No,
What is
yeah,
wrong
I
with
wasn't even
you?
attached to the character.
That's what I'm saying. But let's get back to the topic. Not mentioning our friends and shiz, but I think like the reason I say they're not deep storyline, like if you look at animes like say like Tokyo Ghoul that we like and stuff like that,
Okay, I kind of get what you're
they have
saying.
like deep
but-
storylines that if you're not really big into anime, you won't get like what they're trying to talk about and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. How
they're
you
simple-
say it that way, then yeah, I understand.
They're like simple storylines. It's pretty easy to understand. Like they've been done before. Well, Attack on Titan not really, but Sword Art's been done. But I think like the Hack series and stuff like that is pretty same and stuff like that. But yeah, we thought we'd compare them. I guess we can start talking about Sword Art Online. What do you guys like about it? And what do you guys don't like?
Oh, I love everything about it.
Sword Art's so good.
Wow, that actually did not get like it got like high critics like from critic stuff, but like a lot of anime fans did not like that series at all.
Now, the
as of-
reason, sorry to interrupt you, the reason I
Sorry.
didn't watch it,
Mhm.
is because there's a lot of mixed reviews between Sword Art
Yes,
Online
yes.
Season 1 and Season 2. I was like, nah.
Season 2 is good, but was it Elvenheim Online?
Yeah.
Oh, Alfheim, yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad arc. That should have never been created.
Okay.
Actually. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can- Oh, okay. I just want to point out this out real fast that as I look around my room here, I have my Laughing Coffin like wristband on, and then on my keys I have also a Laughing Coffin lanyard with my Akatsuki one.
But that's all from Sword Art Online, not Elvenheim
Well,
Online.
No, that's I was getting to that part.
Okay.
Now when you know a lot of people have made that distinction where like it's like oh no this is Sword Art and then that's like Alpha Online.
Mm.
And when I hear it, I just kind of I'm thinking it's all in one. Like Sword Art Online
No.
is both Sword Art and that combined. That's just how I see it.
Oh, I have to say to that because people make fun of it because they go in Alfheim Online and Gun Gale Online when the show's still called Sword Art Online.
Yes.
You can make, I mean, sure, you can make fun of that if you want, but if you actually watch the show, it has fluid transition to why they're
Yes,
there.
Yeah, it does.
It's not like they just like are like nah we're gonna switch games.
Well, a lot of people
Like this-
said the whole Asuna being stuck in Alvin Online didn't make that much sense why she was just stuck in there.
It actually did.
It
if
made
they
sense. They
watched it.
they actually made a very good point several times throughout the story. Why?
So,
I will get very defensive over this show, so
but,
watch
like,
what you say.
if you watch Sword Art, it was like had deep story and like a lot of cool characters and like everybody wanted to see all the boss fights and stuff. Then you get the
Yeah.
next series and you have like these boring characters, in my opinion. Like Leafa is like the most boring character ever. She's a typical like anime like I follow this guy girl. She's like in love with her brother, which is creepy weird. And
Well, she didn't know.
Actually, not as. Never mind.
Well,
I'll shut up.
he doesn't
And
know.
that too.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, but
Spoilers.
see, I do agree. Yeah, I do
It's
agree.
old.
They could have done better on the Leafa character, but everybody else is still good. Even like Klein, when they're in
One of my
Aincrad,
favorite characters.
yeah, like they don't show him that much, but they still develop his character enough to where you like him. Where it's just one of those characters where he pops up, you get really excited that he's there.
Oh, I did. 'Cause he's my favorite character from
Oh,
that
really?
Even if he's
series.
not your favorite, it's still one of those. They did a really strong. They build up the characters really strongly in that show. I think.
Like I've
Yeah,
been
they
on
do.
like a lot of anime forums, and a lot of people do not like Sword Art Online at all. They think like it's just like action fodder and stuff like that.
Yeah, I told you they had a lot of mixed reactions with that
Mhm.
fucking anime.
Oh, and
I
that's what I want to talk about too. You said mixed reviews. Sword Art Online, I
Yeah.
think, is personally a well, depending on the parts of it, is a personal preference. Like I watched it because of Steve, and then I had my cousin watch it. Like when they were on the Aincrad in like actually Sword Art, that was my favorite. But like when I had my cousin watch it, he preferred like Gun Gale. So it's just honestly a personal preference. It's not.
Gunga is really good, I give it that. But
Yeah.
like the split between Sword Art and Elder Online, you could see the difference between everything.
Oh, no, I know. I see. I
Like,
didn't think Gun Gale had a very good story to it.
well, like I think Gunville is more about Kaneki's like, or not Kaneki shit, but
Kirito.
so like personal struggles and stuff like that with like killing the three people and stuff like that. There's spoilers all, but this is all about anime. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know. I thought Gun Gale was more of like almost like a fan service, kind of like expand the audience a little bit.
But like if you watch Sword Art, it's like really vast. You get like engrossed in this like universe, and you want to go there. You want to
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna
Oh
say.
yeah. Well,
I'm gonna
I
say
keep
Right.
I'm sorry to
That's-
interrupt you guys.
go. No, go
but,
ahead. Go ahead. You're
like,
good.
But I've actually been keeping up with it because you know how all this new stuff's coming out with the Oculus Rift and all this I forgot what it's called now, but this like in-depth gaming like this.
hmm.
And one of the first things that they're going to come out with when these Oculus Rifts become like really marketable and like everyone has one is a Sword Art Online game,
Now see
which
that's
Will I
I'm
die
very
if I play
excited
it?
for. Hopefully,
oh
Okay.
speaking of, I know this is like
Love you,
late in
dude.
the podcast, but Shinobi Life Online when that gets virtual reality, they will make it that virtual reality. Just throwing that out there.
oh that's pretty cool.
You'll play. Oh, so pretty cool. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Like you see the difference. Like if someone goes, you can play Elven Online or Sword Online. Nobody wants to play that. Everybody wants to play Sword Art because the story, the environment in the world was very fleshed out. Everything was thought about. Everything was like had detail. Even the NPCs were thought out. Like every
Now,
so like a lot of planning. When you watch the next series, it seemed like they were just trying to rush through it and get to the plot and just hurry up.
now that I do kind of agree with, but there's a point to it.
Mm.
Now, when well, you know, or we already mentioned that there's just spoilers all over this place, but
Yeah.
when they transition, at that point, he's not playing the game because he's not playing Alpha Online because he wants to.
But technically, he didn't want to play Sword Art. They would die if they died again. Everybody.
But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like with Sword Art, he didn't really have a choice. You know, once he was in, he was stuck.
Yeah.
When
True.
with Alpha, he had a choice
Yeah.
to play it or not, and he still chose to.
Uh,
But he was not in that. Listen though, he was not like in that game to play the game and like immerse himself into the game. He was there to you know, get what he had to do. Get you know, I don't want to
Wording
spoil. I'm
without
trying to
spoiling it.
watch
Good
my
wording
wording without
spoiling it.
spoiling it.
Dude, like at this point, the podcast is all about anime. There's gonna be.
He had a clear goal, and
Yeah.
he it was his choice to go in there and complete that.
And then later, after Gun Gale, he goes back to Alpha Online, and that in that part, which you could say is kind of like part 4.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's when they really start to go in depth with Alpha Online.
yeah, that's just kind of when they're just kind of playing.
Yeah. So I feel like when people like say, you know, like they just rush through Alpha Online, the second part,
Mhm.
well, the first part of Alpha Online, they're like, when they say that, I don't think that they've watched the second Sword Art Online
They
too.
know that
That's
they should like just like talk about that. Like they didn't like explain that he's just trying to like rush through. Like he like when like walks with his sister that he was a sister at the time and shit, and then like they were doing all this extra stuff. And I think if he really wanted to, he should have been like fly as far as I can. When I can't fly anymore, rest and keep flying until I get to that top tower and just go right in there.
Okay, I understand that, but there also he kind of, I mean, he was like, by this time he was like a master gamer, and he understood that he couldn't just like rush into it, or else he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Well, yeah, he would. He's still like amazing sword. He keep all his,
Well, half of his stuff was corrupted.
but he kept all the skills from sword art.
Well, that is
No,
true, but it's a
yeah.
different environment.
But he's still overpowered as hell. He was like the strongest player in sword art.
he actually only kept his skills because of Yui, I think. But
yeah, that was the only
no,
reason.
But the
because
way
it was
I see
so
it is that second half of like their regular sword art when they're in Alfheim in the beginning, I don't. To me, honestly, I don't really consider that Alfheim. I mean, I consider it an introduction, but I consider it just kind of like the rescue arc.
Mhm.
And then when they're in Alfheim in SAO 2, that's when it gets real in Alfheim.
That's a good point.
it just kind of like shows you like the basics, just gives you a little bit of a structure, and then goes in detail later.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Blue Asuna is awesome. Just gotta throw that out there.
If you ever actually watch Sword Art, I'd say just skip to a little bit end, and we'll probably talk about which one is better. So we're just
I
gonna
think-
describe it for people that haven't watched it. And stuff.
Yeah, I think this is kind of helping build the basis which one is better.
Yeah.
Because I have a feel, because we've been talking about what Sword Art for a good like 10-20
We
minutes
didn't talk-
already.
Easy.
But we haven't talked about anything that happened in Sword Art. So
Right, and then but when we talk about Attack on Titan, we're all gonna be sitting there like,
Well,
I don't.
I know a decent amount on Attack on Titan too, though.
Yeah, but true. But we're just talking like what has been released right now.
Oh yeah, no.
So let's talk about Attack on Titan. I think
Okay.
the thing that made it hype is because how much action was in there. But if you actually like break it down to like
And the intro,
the intro, but if you
the
actually,
song's good.
it is good.
Oh,
But if you like
Oh, don't
break
even
it
get
down-
me started on intro songs right now. I'm so
Okay.
aggravated.
That's a whole nother segment right there.
I have that.
No. Listen.
laugh.
I'm gonna make one argument. Season 1 and Season 2, Tokyo Ghoul intros.
What about him?
Tokyo Ghoul's intro number 1. I prefer it.
Is
It
the
is
fucking shit. Second one is shit. There you
No,
go.
that was-
There's my
That
discussion.
was actually really good.
There's my
But,
discussion.
Back on Attack on Titan. The cartoon song,
Alright.
if you actually understand the lyrics and stuff, it's actually good. But in Attack on Titan, if you break it down, the character development is really bad.
Oh, it's so bad.
agreed.
Like people like, oh my god, I cried when what was that blonde haired girl's name? That was Levi's like love or whatever.
Petra.
Yeah, when she died, people were like it was so sad. I'm like, wow.
Spoiler.
Well,
Yeah, spoiler.
no, dude.
God,
Who
guys.
hasn't seen Attack on Titan?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. Who
I-
hasn't?
Haven't.
See, that's the
Fair
only
off.
death that I actually felt strongly for because I shipped Petra and Levi so hard.
Well, like they weren't.
What?
She was only in like 3 episodes. So why would anybody care?
I think
Um,
that
There was more than that.
No, she was like barely in the anime. She like had like a few lines. She didn't like have like a whole backstory thing. We just knew
Yeah,
her.
I know.
That's true.
It's
That's true.
just the
Nobody
way
really has a
Aaron
full
kind of talked
backstory.
about him and built up the scout regiment through the whole series, and then you just kind of these are like the heroes he kind of looked up to, and the people that vowed and
watch the spoilers. on this part,
sacrifice.
Evan.
Well,
The people that vowed to protect them. That's kind
Yeah,
of
the people that he looked up to as a kid.
There you go.
Well, all right, let's look at it like I want to compare them to like the Akatsuki. Okay, they had a lot of screen time, but they were villains, right? But then you saw
Right.
like their backstories and you saw like why they were evil and stuff like that.
That's
No,
actually
it's not-
arguable, depending on where you see from the Akatsuki, from what point of view you're talking about.
Well, like, I know I'm not talking about the evil thing, but they're the bad, like compared to like in the story. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like because they're trying to be villains, but everybody
From
knows.
the perspective we get,
Yes.
from Naruto's perspective.
But they like when they die, you feel for them. You see like their backstory and why they're
Yes.
evil. And a lot of them weren't actually evil. They had reasons of why they're doing stuff. And like you feel like I'll spoil one part when Sasori died. You find out like his parents.
Oh no,
He was a-
that one hit me in the feels.
He was for his whole life, and like when he died, it's kind of like he's back. He's at peace because his parents killed him and whatever with the puppets and stuff. And like even what was her grandma's name? Like Choji or something like that.
Oh,
You know what's the saddest for me? When the actual voice actor for Kisame died
Oh yeah.
oh
in
no.
Japanese. That's the saddest part.
But
Instead of the
saddest
character
part-
died, the
Oh, that's-
voice actor died.
So the saddest part of the
Granny
whole-
Chio's her name.
yeah, definitely yeah.
Oh,
Like
Can't
she
stand
talked
her.
about how Sasori could have dodged that attack, but he didn't because he wanted to die because he like had a lot of pain and like stuff like that. And you
Yep.
saw that, but when you go back to Attack on Titan, they don't have that kind of stuff. Like you
No.
got kind of after she died, like what the Levi and stuff.
I think that there's a little bit what I just want to talk about
Mm.
during that part when I first watched through it, I kind of just like shrugged it off because like you're saying there was no character development. And then I think I was actually on like iFunny or something like that where somebody talked about it. Like it was probably taken off Tumblr,
Mm.
honestly, like half the stuff on that website.
Somewhat
But it was they were talking if you really dissect some of like the episodes and stuff, you realize, especially about Levi,
Mhm.
like if you have to dissect a bunch of stuff about him,
Mhm.
then it becomes like there's actually a lot of character development,
right.
but it's not shown as well like in Naruto. Like there wasn't a whole episode about it that I know of. But if you really like look in depth in some of these episodes, there's some really good character development about certain characters.
Right.
The majority of these characters are not developed at all.
Honestly, in Attack on Titan, one of the only characters that really gets any development is honestly Armin.
Yeah.
Armin's my favorite character.
Well,
out of
like-
that.
You are Armin.
Well, like the thing is,
basically.
you shouldn't have to dissect an episode to feel for
Right.
the character. It should be like presented
Yeah,
to
no.
you.
See,
Yeah,
in,
I agree.
I'm gonna say in Naruto, like you like the Sasori example,
Mhm.
they like obviously like built up his humanity before he dies, and in Attack on Titan, basically they throw you and say, "This is Eren Yeager. He's a psychopath. He just wants to kill stuff." There
Right.
you go.
And like they have like all these people dying, and you're supposed to like feel bad, like oh look at these people dying. But
I
See,
think that
I actually argue that because, well, one, I am a fan of Attack on Titan before anybody gives me crap about hating
well,
on
not
it,
you're good.
like any comments or anything.
Mm.
But I think they don't kill enough characters off. Like,
interesting.
Yes, they're
I'm sorry, this is way early on in the show, so I can say it, but like Thomas. So, I mean, come on. I mean, we know who he was, but
oh yeah, where he gets crushed by what's her face.
no, he gets like eaten on the clock tower. They like suck him in,
Oh, yep.
like the noodle.
remember
Looked
that
like
guy now.
kind of looked like Steve.
Oh,
Oh,
But see, I kind of want them to like kill off. As much as I like the character, I wanted them to kill Jean, and just
that's one thing I was saying. They played it way too safe with some of the main characters.
yeah, like Jean and like kind of even Armin,
Yeah.
possibly Mikasa.
You guys remember the what's her name, Annie, when she not Annie, but the female Titan. You guys remember that part where she's like running in the woods and she has one of the members and she crushes her with her hand?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
spoilers.
Oh, that would be Reiner Braun.
Well, I was,
Oh, that's who died.
No,
he didn't die. I was trying to
no,
like
he did not die.
Okay,
Subuta-
cool. 'cause he's my
here,
second
let me
favorite character.
let me text you something.
Like-
Continue, David. I'm texting Subuta something.
like he crushed him and like he spun out of it, but you saw blood come out. And I think if he would have died there, the emotional connection would have been stronger because you got his backstory.
Oh, there's something I want to say, but it's like the biggest spoiler of the whole
Then don't
series.
say it.
So what you do? It's Attack on Titan. Who legit has
Subuta, have you finished it?
Are you talking about the series?
Yeah, just like what's released, all 25 episodes that are released.
Yeah, I've watched that. I
Okay,
haven't
then you
read
can
any
figure it
manga.
out easy.
Oh,
Okay. Well, I was asked this question. Do you know who the Colossal and Armored Titans are?
I am aware of that there are Titans. I don't know if they're Titan
They're shifters. They're shifters like Aaron.
Oh,
They
I
kinda-
know who they are. I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
nothing, but I know who
But
they
no,
are.
I do not know who they are.
Yeah, if you say
Okay.
anything, they'd kind of be upset.
That is a
one
pretty
person that
big
hasn't
spoiler.
seen freaking
What?
Attack
That
on
is a
Titan
pretty
here.
big spoiler.
Yeah, that's not even like you actually have to look at that to figure that one out. So.
I mean, it took me a minute. I mean, someone told me, but then when I really sat there and looked at it, it was kind of obvious.
I'd rather prefer it out here later then.
Okay, yeah.
Was it talk about
Oh.
in the manga or was it ever talked about in the anime?
It does not reveal it in the anime.
Mm.
The only one they reveal is the female
Manga.
Titan.
Okay. But I do feel like they played it safe in that. I do feel like it's not on the same
I agree.
level as Sword Art, but I do feel like they're in the same vein. I don't think they compare up to like the bigger animes that like we all know that we know
Right.
have great stories and like you get invested into.
Mhm.
More like stories that you can watch and have fun watching and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, David, that they are in the same tier, but I would definitely argue that Sword Art is definitely on the top of that tier, and
Yeah.
that Attack on Titan is definitely on the lower branch.
Right.
But I also just want to make the point before we get too far away from it
Mhm.
that with Attack on Titan, it seems like I've only watched the anime, I haven't read any of the manga, but
Mhm.
it seems like how they do it is that they kind of just throw these characters at you, then they die,
Mhm.
then you learn about their backstory later.
Right.
How in like Naruto, we would learn about like pretty much learn everything about them, and then they would die.
The thing
In-
is, like,
In a
Attack on
little.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll go next.
Oh.
Well, I'll go now. Well, like if you watch like some of the death scenes in Naruto, they take an episode to explain that character and show you that character and some of that. They
Mhm.
should have done that in Attack on Titan with like some of the characters, like the generals that died. They should have like took like 2 episodes to like show like a bunch of stuff that happened back in the day, like how they met everybody and like how they became friends and all that other crap and like their
That'll probably be a future episode.
yeah, but like they should have showed that before they died because then like
Yeah.
you've been like all right, I'm attached to people like how Akame Kill does it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say
Oh my gosh,
but
that
like the first
anime.
like, 6 episodes, you know all the characters, and then when something happens,
okay, yeah, that's
you
a
get
good
really
point.
sad.
I
That's
do
what-
admit Attack on Titan could have done a lot better with it, but in the defense, comparing it to Naruto, Naruto had way more episodes to do
But-
all that character development.
It took
Well, I
2 episodes to do it. It didn't take them
I
to
also,
do it.
yeah,
I know,
that's
but they
true.
had room to maneuver.
But I also feel like they took that time though in like in their development that they they took the time over a couple episodes to build up these characters.
Because
Like
it-
they didn't,
too.
or even just like the characters that were just kind of there as milestones for like Naruto, like Zabuza and Haku.
Oh,
Yeah.
They Well, this is a good point, David. Don't worry.
I know.
They didn't give a whole lot of episodes in the beginning to create their backstory. They gave them that little arc.
Mhm.
Now they could have done something like that in
They had like
Attack on
14
Titan.
episodes.
Right. That isn't that. I mean, compared to Attack on Titan, that's
That's
half
like
the
half
season.
the series, though. 14
But-
minutes half.
Yeah, I feel like they should have taken their time, put more episodes into it, because I felt like it was very rushed
Mhm.
when I was watching Attack on Titan.
They could have done a little bit more. I don't think Attack on Titan is like the worst anime I've ever seen, but it's not bad.
No, I can. Attack on Titan's not the worst anime. I can tell you what the worst anime is.
Let's get into that next. We're gonna do that next. Hold on.
That's
Ah.
another discussion.
We're gonna go. Hold on. Let's just end this and we get to that part. All right, Steven, what do you prefer, Sword Art or Attack on Titan?
Sword Art every time.
Evan,
I am a fan of both, but Sword Art beats it, no doubt.
Kaneki,
Sword Art.
and Garrett.
What? Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
I would say Sword Art too. So if you just got back, you skipped the spoilers. I would recommend Sword Art over Attack on Titan to watch first anime.
So in
So
case
now-
you're wondering, you just got 5.
I don't know.
mistakes.
You know, if I was to ask for first animes, would either be Another or Tokyo Ghoul, hands down.
I wouldn't go with Another because Another you have to explain a little bit, and it's kind of a mystery anime, so you want to know a little.
Which is
stuff.
awesome.
And Tokyo Ghoul, if you haven't watched anime before, you're not gonna know like why there's like crazy shit going on. Like you're not gonna be used to that because
Yeah,
anime.
you definitely need a little intro to the Japanese.
You're saying?
culture
Are
before
you saying that Attack on Titan's normal shit? What? I don't.
compared to
No,
it's like boring.
but I mean, it's not super
doesn't-
complex.
It's not as deep as
Well-
some of the other anime.
Okay, let's just get on the topic because we're here for like all effing day. So our last topic of the day would be the worst anime we've ever seen. I guess
That's fine. That's why you said wait.
Kevin, you were the senior leaguer, so you can go ahead and go. What was your worst anime
Yes.
scene?
I actually just like watched a little bit of like a week ago. I got like 3 episodes in, and I could not stand it because it was such garbage. It's Baka and Test.
Oh my god, I hate that anime.
It's such
don't even know
crap.
what it
Care to explain why?
See, why do you like it?
No, why do I hate it? Tell me why.
But I watched a couple episodes. I gave it a chance. It's just, they don't develop the characters very well at all. They just kind of say you're here, and they call them like certain words. They say you're this thing, and they don't really explain what it is. And it's not entertaining. Like the whole concept is these kids take a placement exam, and they're placed between Class A and F, and like, in Class A, you're sitting on golden thrones, and in Class F, you're like broken chairs. But then they do like these fights with their little avatars or whatever based on their test scores. I mean, it's a cool concept, but they could have gone way better with it.
And it gets really complicated during the fights. Like you get lost. Like the first one you see, they do all this weird stuff. Like why does that work and all this stuff. And it gets really confusing. They explain like not a lot of it.
I mean, I understood the process. I just don't like how they pieced it. I mean, it's a decent concept. Decent. I'm not saying it's a good concept. It's a decent concept. But
I
the
think
way
it's a good one, but it's bad execution. That could have been really cool and funny.
Yeah, they pieced it together wrong.
And the fan service in that anime, dude. The fan service is real.
The plot.
It just wasn't good.
What's going next for the worst anime?
Anyway, someone else can go before I start freaking out and ranting.
Thank you, Steven. I can go before if you guys want me to.
I mean, my opinion is not going to be good depending on when I go, so I'll just go now.
Oh, yeah.
Say something stupid. I'm arguing with you.
All right. Well, the thing is, if I watch a bad anime, I don't even write it down.
Just say it.
Well, I'm just saying, like on my list.
Mhm.
If somebody tells me, hey, you got to check this out,
Mhm.
and I watch it, and if I think it sucks, then I literally don't even bother to write it down in my list.
All right.
So, and I normally don't remember it. So, out of the ones that I can remember right now, David, you're gonna get really mad,
Oh, God.
but it's gonna be Mystery Girlfriend X.
What?
Yo, son.
Dude, there's nothing wrong
I-
with the anime.
I mean, when I was watching it, it was good up until a certain part, and then I just
So it's like
couldn't.
third episode, dude. Or
I
something.
just couldn't. It was probably like the second or third episode. Yeah, I just
You can't
couldn't.
take it past it. That's what everybody says. That's like I've read like reports on it. people said they stopped at that episode, and everybody tells them to go past it because it gets 1,000 times better after that.
Okay, maybe I'll give it another shot, but I'm
It's-
just saying, as of right now,
Like,
that's-
See, honestly, Sabuda, I do have to say you gotta believe in second chances because, like, I have Black Butler got suggested to me. I watched the first episode and I kind of hated it because I thought that's how the rest of the show was gonna go. And then I said,
Yeah.
I heard, you gotta watch more, and then I watched more and I love it.
all right,
well, you know what? If Sasuke can get a second chance, I'll give Mysterious Girlfriend a
What's
second
your-
chance.
the thing is, the show, in my opinion, touches on like the experience of like romance without having to be super sexual or anything like that. Because she kind of talks about how like why do we need to be super sexual to like love each other and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're saying that it does actually get deep.
Yeah, like it kind of like shows that like like how our generation like we're all about sex and stuff like that. And they're like she pretty much saying like why do we have to be like that? Why can't we
Okay.
be happy being next to each other and like having fun with each other?
Okay, I'll give it another chance then, David.
All right, thank you. And Kaneki, your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Well,
Hey,
everybody,
Excited for this.
the fans will come
You
attack
can just
us.
tell
for-
he's got some fire.
I know, I'm
Just
about
how
to get mad.
It's all in the
he is
voice.
that you're saying this. He's about to ruin somebody's life.
Yeah,
Everybody, we have to hold our hands for as we sing the friendship magic Madoshi shit. As my hate on this anime is fucking Fairy Tail. My God, did they fuck it up big time? And not just by my anime precept. And when I saw the first episode of the anime, I didn't like it. I was gonna give it another shot by reading the manga.
37 dislikes already.
300, the chapter 337 is when I stopped. They fucked up.
Jeez,
They
you were
fucked
really
it up.
into it.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Remember how we were talking about how there's no episodes like past 12? Steven, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, not episode. I said the manga.
Oh yeah, but like if Steven knows what I'm talking about too. Like if you watch Hulu, Netflix, or Crunchyroll, you go to episode 12.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
it's
definitely
50.
very hard to find it.
It's missing. They have it now, but it's only dubbed. There is no sub.
Oh really?
I'm like, the fuck? Are you serious? Nobody wants to watch a dub. But yeah, I agree.
I think that you know what, David, you just gave me an idea for another episode
Dub.
or another topic. Yeah, dubbed versus subbed.
That will be on the next podcast, so watch that if you want to see that.
Right.
I'm excited for that.
I still need to finish why.
Oh, go ahead. You can go on, but you're good.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Chapter 337. The whole
Don't give out cheap
concept.
spoilers. I'm still watching
Oh
it.
no! All I'm gonna say this is the chapter 337 is pure 100% bullshit from the beginning of the chapter till the end of the chapter. Bullshit.
All right.
And now you can tell. I can already tell. There's gonna be somebody listening to this, and they're gonna be shaking their head in agreement. There's gonna be some other kid who's literally like throwing a fit about this.
So, Kaneki, if someone did want to watch Fairy Tail, would you recommend them reading the manga or watching the anime?
The manga.
The manga? Okay.
Yeah.
See, now here's the thing. Sabuda told me actually earlier today again that Fairy Tail was good and I should watch it. Now Kaneki's saying it's bad.
I'm with
So
Kaneki on this one.
I feel very indifferent about it now.
I'm with Kaneki. I did not like it. I want to watch it, but because I want to see if it gets better.
Okay, if David doesn't like it, I'll watch it because I probably like it because we're kind of opposites.
No. The reason why I didn't like it wasn't like anything story-wise. To me, it was just really boring. Like, everything felt just kind of generic. Like, it was the same thing over and over. Like, they fought some dudes, they won for the power of friendship, and then they moved on.
Power
Madoshi.
of friendship.
Anyways,
Power of
that-
friendship.
I can't wait to hear that in the comments.
That happened. Like, it was like episode 12 or whatever, and the main character, Fairy Tail, what the hell is his name?
Natsu.
Natsu.
Yeah, he was fighting some demon lord bullshit, and like he was like thought about all his friends and like how they supported him. They got super strong and fought back. I'm like, all right, power of friendship, that's cool, whatever.
Wish that was real.
I know, right? I guess I can go next.
Well, no, it wouldn't help because I have like 3 friends.
Yeah.
But
All I can say was the relationship between Naruto and Sasuke was more interesting than fucking Fairy Tail.
That was actually like
kind of half the basis of Naruto was Sasuke and
I
Naruto's
hate the whole-
relationship.
but I wouldn't necessarily call it a friendship. That was like a one-sided kind of thing for most of it.
Sasuke did say on chapter 690 something that
699.
Naruto is always been his best friend. He treated him like he thought of him like a brother. He's been his best friend since the very beginning.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's why he fought him in the final valley.
Yeah.
When right before Sasuke left.
Fair enough.
But anyways,
Everyone's
David,
trying to
go.
remember back that far. Like, what? But continue.
David.
The reason why he did everything was just because of like
David, your mic is
better.
Yep.
Yeah, I was getting my charger, sorry. But the reason why like everything happened was just because like Sasuke wanted to get revenge on like every single thing that happened. So
Well, he was an Avenger. He said that in the very beginning.
he didn't hate Naruto ever.
Wait, he was an Avenger. Where was Iron Man and
Yep,
Hawkeye?
segment
Not
because
that kind of Avenger.
Kevin.
Oh.
No, he's definitely that kind of Avenger. It was this is the
100%. The
digital
uncut.
unreleased. Yeah, exactly. This is the uncut, just like the Toph versus Gara.
Oh
You wanna-
god, no.
Sasuke fights.
I'm
Don't
not
even bring
talking
that up
about
again.
this.
I was pissed off about
Don't
that.
worry,
I guess-
that's what I'm saying. Next video, that's gonna be in there.
All right, I guess I'll go next. My least favorite anime that I've watched is Excel World. Now, I'll give you the premise of Excel World. The premise is really cool. They're in the future, right? And everything is like you can like like those future movies where they can like control the computers with their hands, like they're planning their eyes and stuff.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Kinda
that.
cool.
The things they wear, those new Bluetooth headphones they have that everybody wore in Summits, even the black ones, like run
Yeah,
around.
around their neck.
Yeah, they look just like that.
Yeah.
And like you can like do everything where you can just see everything and stuff like that, and you could go into it and play games and stuff like that, and you actually feel like you're there.
Okay.
And he meets like the super popular girl who like has an interest in him and stuff like that, and she shows him a thing called Excel World, which like excels the power of like the computer and takes you into this game where you could fight other people, gain points and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And like yeah, and eventually she like gains a crush on him, and all this other stuff happens. But the reason why I didn't like it is because to me it felt like it jumped around way too much. Like some episodes be like, oh, romance, and like they have this thing going, and then like for three straight episodes they don't even act like a couple. They don't hold hands. They don't talk to each other. They don't do anything like that. They seem like barely friends to me.
David, I picture you sitting at your computer, like flinging your Starbucks around, yelling, "Why won't you love each other?"
No, it wasn't that. It's just like if you're gonna make them out to be a couple, not to be like a big thing of the series,
Oh, I know. I'm
why
just
don't
messing
you
with you.
do it? And then like there's this other girl who's deciding which one he likes, and like she goes through all the thing. I'm like, dude, nobody cares about the romance. Like if you're gonna have a romance, just show it, do it, and then get to the cool parts.
Now, was there actual like supposed to be a romance there, or was it just kind of like your personal opinion or speculation?
There was because like I'll spoil like the third episode. So if you're gonna watch it, it's whatever. There's a car coming at her, and she uses this thing called burst limit, which slows down time in her life and allows you to move extremely fast. So she uses it, but I'm not gonna reveal why bad stuff happens. But I'm not just figure out on the show. And she gets in the way, moves him out of the way, and she gets hit with the car. She ends up in the hospital, and like she's talking about how she's in love with him, and like she like wants to be with him and stuff like that.
Okay.
And she wants to wait and stuff like that. And then like they start like he knows that she loves him and like stuff like that, and like there should be romance and stuff involved. And I think he said yes to going out with her or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But you never see it. You just see him doing other stuff. He like seems like he doesn't care about people or care about her, and he's more interested in his best friend who's dating some other guy or was dating some other guy, and all the bullshit happens. And like
Sounds terrible.
to me, it
Yeah,
doesn't stay focused. It just does whatever the hell it wants. And it's
What's
like
the name of this show?
Excel World.
Cell World.
Remind me, so I'll never watch that.
The
Sounds
fight-
like an anime I will never talk about, but worse than Fairy Tail.
Alright.
The-
And then
the fighting scenes are the coolest part of the anime, but they're never there. Like I want to
Okay.
know more about this world, but you never get to know about it because they're too focused on like the 3 minutes of romance that actually happens, and they're doing stuff outside of Excel world. And do you have all these plans and stuff like that? I'm like, dude, it's a video game. Why does there need to be this much like shit going on for a video game? It
Right.
doesn't like it's not like if you die and then you die in real life. Like if you run out of like points or whatever, you can't come back. That's the only thing. So you
Oh,
don't
okay.
like, can go back. And I'm like, this is so stupid. I don't want all this plot development to show me some kick-ass battles and stuff like that. And anime would be cool to watch. It'd be fun to watch.
okay, see,
I-
that's where I like a big plot build-up. I mean, action scenes are important, but
But this anime, it didn't really need it. If they spent like more time in Excel World and they just talked and stuff like that, you would get all the plot you needed. There wasn't that much plot to go with.
all right, gotcha.
Okay.
They didn't stick with what worked, which was the fight scenes and the cool like territory battles, which were really cool. They stuck with them outside, and nobody really cared. They even had this part where like his cousin or something comes over, and she like looks like she's 12, and she flirts with him, and even though he's like 16, and like, oh my god, they had like fan service from it where she's like in the bathtub, and like, oh my god.
I like how you have so much to say about an anime you despise.
Because I watched
It sounds like a huge mess. Like they tried to go in like a billion different directions with it, and just like ended up
But-
like nowhere.
Off
I
the
watched
grid.
episode except
Yeah.
the last one or two, and then after they got to that episode where like this bullshit was going on, like this guy
How long is this anime?
24 episodes.
24.
Like
Got
this
a
guy
second season?
wanted to kill people over this game, and I was like, no, this is just stupid. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it literally sounds like they were picking and choosing from like other animes, and just like, hey,
So,
here we
Garrett,
go.
have you watched any bad animes? I know you've only watched a
Okay,
couple.
alright. If the girl I watch this anime with watches this, know that I liked it because I was watching it with you. Other than that, it was crap to me.
Aw.
Oh, she probably won't care. Anywho,
Garrett, we know you like the anime. Go
anywho,
ahead,
oh, not
Anyways,
not
this
not
one.
this
Let's
one,
find
not
out what
this
the
one,
anime
not
is.
this one.
Go ahead, Garrett. Garrett, go.
Princess Jellyfish.
Never mind.
Have you guys heard
Oh,
of this?
I heard that was decent.
Have you guys? Well, I only watched the first
I've
two
heard
episodes, so I
this.
can't fully diss on it. But like
Mhm.
something with like the artwork and just like the premise of the story with it, it was just not. Oh, it was just not sitting with me at all.
Okay, all right.
I was genuinely confused for like the first like episode because it like introduced all the girls that were in the dorm room or whatever, and like one of them was like long hair, this green track suit, and like
Mm.
the voice actor for that person sounded like a dude. So I was genuinely like, this is a dude. This has to be a dude. And then like she ends up getting him in an argument. She was like, no, this is a chick. This is a chick only thing. I'm like, no. Dude, I was like, oh, I could not get into that. And then there was like the transgender dude, or not the transgender dude. It was a cross-dressing dude.
Oh, David, sounds like you're kind of
And
sure.
I was like, oh, I
Shut up.
just can't. I was like, I can't do this. No.
Yeah, there have been some animes where the gender role, or the
Well, he
specific
wasn't.
gender of a character really switches it up and gets you
Yeah, he
messed
wasn't.
up.
He wasn't
Right, David?
genuinely
Yeah.
transgendered. He was just a crossdresser or whatever.
Right. Well, no, I know there's a character like that
I
in,
was just like, oh, God.
Steins Gate, and I think it was David. It was David or Kevin. I don't
Oh,
remember who, but I sent the picture, and they were like, "Dude, that's a chick." And I'm like,
That was
"No,
that was me. That was me.
That was
that
David.
was you, David."
That
Yep.
was me.
Have you ever watched Steins Gate?
See, like I don't think like I said, I don't think anyone else watched. I think someone watched the first episode, but in Gurren Lagann, there is a character he's so questionable. Every episode, I change my opinion whether it's a guy or a girl.
Maybe he's both.
I can't figure it out.
Who was? I think it's Attack on Titan. You know that crazy girl with glasses?
Oh, Hanji.
Yeah.
Manji.
Oh yeah.
There is like a high percent of a chance of that being a guy.
No, Hanji's a girl.
No. The creator, forgot his name, said that he wants it to be up to the viewer if it's a guy or girl. They will never use
No.
gender like prefixes like he, she towards her. They will never use it. They always call it by name.
Yeah, that's my new ship, Sabuta X Hanji. There we go.
Shut up.
Well, I think that'll do it for tonight. We may have a little conversation at the end, for extras or whatever. But thank you guys for joining us. You made it this far. It might be a long podcast. I'm not exactly about the time, but we'll check after.
It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, just about.
Our schedules will be Saturdays and Mondays. Saturdays will be mainly anime, and Monday will be video games and anime and other topics we want to talk about, just random stuff. Be kind of our relaxed podcast. This will be in the description if you can make it this far. But
Yeah.
cool.
Also, if any of you guys out there have any suggestions for us, go ahead and leave a comment. We'll definitely for the first few comments or whatever,
Mhm.
first few videos, any comment that's up there that's good, we'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Maybe even include your like name or whatever your YouTube
Yeah, I
account.
do. I do think we should reference whoever said it too.
We will.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
If you give us a topic or anything, we will reference you. If you did like
Give you a little
it,
shout out.
like it, comment, share it, whatever you want to do. Subscribe to the channel. It does help us. It'll get us higher, so more people can view us. We do want to get a good community on this for this podcast and stuff. We might even like later do special guests on the podcast. They might even get longer. We think about doing live streams if this gets big enough. So we do want this to become like a good thing for us. So yeah, if you do enjoy it, share it, like whatever you can do. But other than that, thank you for joining us. We'll probably have a little conversation right now about just random stuff. So if you don't want